Hi everybody. I just want to share, I was feeling inspired to share a personal story about a journey of self-healing and how to remind all of us how powerful we are by sharing and expressing one of my own direct experiences. And I don't know why I don't talk about these things more often because really I have a lot to give. And as we all do, but I get caught up, like so many of us do, about feeling like I need to be smaller so that I don't make anyone else feel uncomfortable. Well, I'm done with that now. I'm taking it off. And I'm not going to fear how big I am anymore. And I want to inspire you to be inspired by how big you are and how much you can do and how much you can be. So, here I go. I was in a car accident back when I was about 16 years old. Well, I was 16 years old. That's another story. Well, maybe I'll tell it because it's inspiring too. When I was about 16, it was very difficult for me to be on this planet. I just thought that people were a little bit cruel to each other, and there was just so much, everything from simple unkindnesses to war and famine and such incredible cruelty that happens on this planet. And I just couldn't get behind the whole go to college, make a bunch of money, get married, settle down, have kids. I was just thinking so much deeper than that, and I was so perplexed at the way that our society was. Everything on TV was sort of empty, and, if you did have depth, then they wanted you to, you should express it intellectually because that's where you get the respect. But there was no real place for someone with deep spirit to be safe and to share what they have. And I felt very out of place and very lost and very alone, and was always had a deep faith about what lies beyond the boundaries of this three-dimensional plane because I could always feel it. I hadn't had a lot of real clear experiences other than just this sense of belonging on the other side of that veil, more so than I did here, and the love that comes from that place and a connection to that light. And anyway, so I wanted to go home. I really did not want to be on the planet. So I would pray that something would happen to me. Because if I were to commit suicide, I would hurt so many people that I loved. And I didn't want to do that, and I just didn't think that that was good karma either. I'm here for a reason, but I still felt that I could use some of my own power to try and manipulate the universe, and I would literally dream of being in a car accident so that I could go home. Okay, so we are so powerful, and we are always creating our own realities, and so as luck would have it, I'm in a big car accident, and I'm the only one that's hurt because it was really about me. What happened, I wasn't driving, a good friend of mine was driving, and we just hit this gravel road on a mountainside. I don't know where this gravel came, and he was driving too fast because he was a nut, but I love him still. Anyway, and we just spun out, and right before that happened, I put my seat all the way back, and I put my legs, curled my legs up beside me, and I joked with everybody in the car and kidded them until everybody had their seatbelt on. That's listening, and you all do that. And I just want you to pay more attention to it. That's listening. So anyway, I lay down and I dream the whole car accident. I see the whole thing happen in my mind. I wake up. I wasn't literally asleep, but I opened my eyes, and we are right in the middle of the car accident, and it happened exactly the way I had seen it in my mind's eye. So the gist of it was no one else in the car was hurt, but I would have been dead like that if I had let my seat be all the way up instead of reclined. Now remember, I had just reclined my seat, but some small voice told me to lay back because I needed to be here. And I also needed to go through what I had manifested, which was this car accident. So I ended up permanently disabled. My left ankle was permanently disabled. 2 surgeries and therapy, and a couple years later, and you know, the doctors are done with me. They say I'll need another surgery in another 10 to 12 years. I was 18 at the time they told me I would need a second surgery. So, and that was it. They just sent me out into the world. That's all we can do, they say. So I had a permanent limp, and I was in a lot of pain all the time. I worked as a nursing assistant, and nursing assistants run. They are in a constant run, trying to take care of like 15 elderly people in a very short amount of time. I mean, we are literally running. So my ankle hurt all the time. But I hadn't gone to college, and I didn't really want to be stuck in an office somewhere anyway if I had pursued that sort of a job. So, you know, I wanted to be of service. I was happy doing what I was doing, but it hurt, you know. Anyway, so a very dear friend of mine told me to, this was about age 23, 24, she told me not to give the pain in my ankle any energy. She said, just constantly send it love and see it and feel it as a perfect ankle. And that is hugely challenging, you know, when you're in pain. So what I would do is focus on my right ankle and how good my right ankle feels, and I would transfer that experience to my left ankle. And I did that very consistently for a year. And I also had this cool little thing that was like a pager, and it would go off. You can set it to go off every 5 minutes or every 4 hours or whatever you want, and then it just gives you this little vibration, you know, and that's fun. Anyway, so every time it went off, that would remind me to focus on my ankle being perfect, moving easily, agile, feeling good, and remember I would get the energy of how it feels good from my right ankle. You can pull that energy from anywhere in your past. You can just imagine it if it's not something you've ever experienced, good health. So I just want to inspire you all to give that a try in anything that you might be experiencing, because these bodies are awfully fragile. So anyway, so a year later, I'm sitting down to meditate. I lived in this cute little cabin up on a mountain, on an island, far away from anybody, and I loved it. And I was up in the woods, and I sat down to meditate, and I used, it was a mantra I had never used before, which was just the power in the vibration of the word God. And the word God wasn't a word that I used very often because it had so many other religious connotations, and religion has never really moved me that much. So, but I had read in a book about how powerful the word God is because of the power that so many people all over the world has lent to that specific word to represent the light. So I used that word. After the meditation, I laid down to be quiet because my husband at the time was still meditating. And as I laid down, my ankle shifted. I just felt this shift. There was no real transfer of energy. Those are other experiences that I've had that if anyone's interested, I would love to share them. And I got up and walked around, and my ankle had gone from literally being able to move this much to being able to move this much. So I gained at least 70% of my mobility back. Just happened during that meditation. And it wasn't an instantaneous healing. I know that a lot of it had to do with all of the visualizations that I had done previously. So I want to lend my strength to inspiring all of you out there that have health challenges to heal yourself. There is a whole universe of beautiful energy out there, and when you lend your strength to that energy and see and feel what you want in your body, I know you can make a positive difference. So, blessings. Love to you.